Okay, round 3 against Mr. Oni Urufu. You know what's weird? I have a skin on my other account, but I don't have a skin on this account, so I get to. I guess it just carries over. What do I want to do here? Best card to level is probably Grove Huntress or Loyan General. Grove Huntress is really small, doesn't present a huge threat. Loyan General is pretty easy to kill. Steel Eye Researcher might be like the best, like decent card as a threat to put out there. I think I just want to rank up a Loyan General though, even though it doesn't really do anything here, because it's pretty small, doesn't provide a whole lot. It's got decent stats, and if I drew a Matrix Warden, so actually having a 5/8 is actually really big at rank 1, as far as stats go. So I could even actually Matrix Warden this general to pump my. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no pumping that. I could kill his Blightwalker with like the pump from Matrix Warden, but I mean, I might actually just do that, so I don't have to deal with it. It's not like I'm gonna Venom Fang or Matrix Warden the Venom Fang, because that doesn't do a whole lot. The Venom Fang just gets blocked. I'm gonna Venom Fang his Spirit Steel Infiltrator to put damage on it, because I don't want him to give it too much power and have it be out of control. So this gets rid of his armor if he ever pumps it. And blocking with Matrix Warden is just a decent card that gets to block. I got the combo, the Steel Watch Guard Spirit Stone Druid combo. That's gonna be pretty good. He's playing a Nixium, which is Loyan Necrim. It's probably the weakest faction pair of every single faction pair. The only good cards in the combination are the ones that have allied. Like of the allied cards, Nixium Marauder is really good. The other ones aren't great. That was a really weird play. He should have moved his Spirit Steel Infiltrator into the side lane and then played Visage, because then it would have gotten +2/+2 and regenerate. And that would have actually been incredible. That would have been an incredible play, but he just wasted it. I'm gonna play Druid here and Steel Watch Guard, and then on top of it, that makes a Druid to block his Infiltrator and kill it. It makes my guard huge. Well, not huge, but big enough. I might actually just play this Leyline Golem, or I could play my 2 walls. There's a lot of every single card in my hand scales pretty well, except for the Earth Sign Strength. The Earth Sign Strength is still pretty good at level 1 if I'm in rank 2, because it gives +5/+5. So I guess it really just depends what he plays. I might have to use the Earth Sign Strength if I want, if he blocks one of my creatures. I'd rather have the positive trade off a pump spell than playing a creature with Defender, like Forge Guardian Alpha. Crucible Colossus loses a Defender at the end of this rank, because whenever I rank up, it loses a Defender. Which means I can probably play that guy. I probably want to play that guy. Okay, so we played a Deadbolt, which is quite a good removal spell, and then sapped my Spirit. At least it's a Spirit, not the Spirit Stone Druid, which is way better. So I'm just going to play the Druid, the Colossus, and the Golem. He played a Spirit Steel Infiltrator already, which is a creature with mobility. It's probably like one of the very few only creatures with a mobility in that faction pair. There's like what's that card called? Tower Scout and Sky Knight Glider. Those are pretty good too. And I don't like playing defenders when I can't really block anything, because they just won't play it in that lane. That's good. I was hoping I'd draw General. I can put the General in this side lane next to the Golem, or I can replace the Spirit and put the General there. I can also pump one of my creatures with Earth Sign Strength if I have to. Got a lot of options this turn. Probably want to play the General though, if I do anything, because the General is really big. It's a 4/13. It works really well with the Matrix Wardens I have in my deck to make it bigger in the butt. And this is a chump block from a Whistle Brute. It's kind of strange. I mean, he eats my Brood Horror, or my Spirit, but that doesn't really matter. I'm going to put my General in front of it so my Golem does a little more damage. And I can occupy his side lane to kill the next threat he plays. What I can do here is pump my golem with Earthsign Strength, or I could play a creature. I think it's better to pump my golem because this gives it +5/+5. That gives it 9 toughness. That's pretty hard to kill unless he has a level 2 creature. And playing this Crucible Colossus as defender, so it can't attack for a long time. And the Forge Guardian beta is just like not gonna get the job done. It's a little too slow. This gives me like +5 damage right now, and makes my creature hard to kill. So I'd rather play that. I got the Steel Eye Researcher. That might be worth it if he... I'm not sure. Just really depends. So he's going to pump his Brood Horror to deal damage to my Alolan General. That was a pretty good play. I can respect that. I'm going to play Venom Fang just as a 9/8, and then I think the Steel Eye Researcher. Or the Grove Huntress. Actually, the Grove Huntress is probably best, because I can pump its toughness up. I can like make the Alolan General 5/5, which is not the best, but it's probably better than having a Grove Matriarch level 2 in my deck. I'd rather have a level 2 Grove Huntress in rank 3 than a level 2 Grove Matriarch, because this gives +3/+3 at rank 2. I drew the combo again. I apparently only draw this combo in multiples. Unfortunately, I set up my lanes kind of weird. I probably should have put the Grove Huntress in the side lane if I wanted to draw this combo, but it's still worth it because I still get a 7/7 and an 8/8. I could even replace the Alolan General if he doesn't kill it. But that's pretty unlikely, yeah. It's not the worst, because I'm just going to attack here and then play the... Okay, so my options here are... Spite Hydra is the one that pings things, right? Yeah, but he's not Tempest, so all it does is whenever it deals battle damage to a creature, it gets +1/+1. So actually I can just ignore it for now, because it's only an 8/3. Do I have any rank 2 cards left in my deck? I don't think I do. I have the Leyline Golem. But the rest of my cards are good for chump blocking, since they're all level 1 cards. So I'd rather chump block this thing than play like the Druid here, and then replace it, so my Steel Watch card would actually just take 8 damage from this Brood Horror. It's not something I really want to do. So I'm going to play the Druid here, and then replace it with Steel Watch guard. So I get a 14/14, a 6/4 unblocked, and a 6/4 to block the Brood Horror. And yeah, see, the cards I'm drawing are not that great against, like, I can play this Matrix Sword and it still kills the Spite Hydra, even though it's a really small creature. And then I'll probably play the Strength in Numbers, because Strength in Numbers level 1's not that great. Like, if you only have 2 creatures in play, it's only +2/+2. But its level 2 is pretty good, because it's twice the number of creatures you control. Probably play it on my Spirit token to distribute my threats a little better. Or I could play Jetpack and move my Steel Watch card out of the way so he doesn't get the triggers of Death Seeker, and I get to deal 17 damage to him. I like that a little better. This way I don't even have to worry about his Death Seeker. He has to play like a Corpse Crawler in order to make it threatening. Corpse Crawler or something like that. Another Scourge Hydra to kill it. That works too. I actually might play Crucible Colossus in front of it, just to get it out of the way, so he can't Corpse Crawler it. And since Crucible Colossus can't attack, and none of my other creatures are really that great for dealing with that card, the Spirit token, it's still worth it to play the Crucible Colossus in front of it, assuming he doesn't have anything else. The Jetpack was pretty good there. Makes my Steel Watch card kind of hard to pin down. Steel Watch card's really good at rank 2. He sapped my creature. That kind of sucks. Again, though, I still have like Overwhelming Forces and cards like that, so it's not even the biggest deal. And I can pump my creature. I think I'm going to play Spring Dryad, just to try and make a larger creature. Spring Dryad's not that great. It's still better than Crucible Colossus, though, because it can't attack for 4 turns. which is a little too late for my liking. And then I'm going to just pump the Steel Watch Guard to get in more damage. I could pump the Spring Dread to make it a little more livable. But I don't see that being a problem. If he kills his Death Seeker this turn, I get a free Leyline Sentry. Keeping around the Steel Watch Guard is also okay because I get the I have another Steel Watch Guard in my deck, so I can actually replace it and make a 22/22. Could also replace the Spring Dryad or, anything. Probably gonna Venom Fang, block this Blightwalker, and poison whatever he plays. His rank 3 creatures are like Blightwalker. I don't actually remember. He has a level 3 Sap. I'm just like looking through. He has a level 3 Brood Horror. He got kind of level screwed that on rank 2. He didn't really play a bunch of level 3 creatures. Though to be fair, he did play a couple level 1 spells, so it's not just level screw when you play spells in rank 1. Drawing an Ursine Strength this rank would be pretty good for me, because I get to pump my small creatures. Ursine Strength is really good when you're under rank. I have a level 2 Ursine Strength and a level 1 Ursine Strength. It's a lot better than Strength in numbers. A lot better. There's a Spite Hydra. It's going to use my Steel Watch Guard to get bigger. Oh, it's going to get... It's probably going to pump his Death Seeker. That's what I would do. No, I guess not. Sure. If I were him, I would have just pumped Death Seeker there, because that makes it a 10-11. I'm going to block this stupid Spite Hydra anyway, because you kind of have to. I could block it with Leyline Golem. I could block it with Forge Guardian Alpha. Probably doesn't matter that much. How big is this at rank 3? So 18, 14? Yeah, okay, I'll block it here. And then the Matrix Warden does 12 damage to me, and he has to block Venom Fang and Grove Huntress. Okay, I think that's fine. I probably should have poisoned his Matrix Warden, but I didn't want to take the chance of him having a removal for my Leyline Golem, and then Spite Hydra living for so long. This way I can still chump block his Matrix Warden to kill it. Chump block it with Matrix Warden, I guess. The Steel Watch Guard's not going to be very big, unless this Grove Huntress lives, which is, I think, unlikely. No, I can't do that. I was going to say, I can chump block with Venom Fang to kill it. That's, okay. Okay, Steel Watch Guard got good now, because I can replace Venom Fang. It's a strange block. I just put a Bilsel Root in the side lane, make it a 10-10. It's a lot better than not having a 10-10. So I can have... He didn't play anything that turn, so what I can do, I think is what's better than playing a 22/22 Steel Watch Guard, is actually playing a Matrix Warden, making my Venom Fang a 5-10. And then playing Steel Watch Guard just, as an 11-11. That way I have more power this way. Or 2 threats instead of just 1 big threat. Since he has a level 3 Blightwalker in his deck, I didn't really want to go for that. The 1 big threat strategy. And this forces him to deal with Venom Fang again, which is a card he's already put a removal spell on. Which is why Sap isn't great. It doesn't kill the creature. I've already said this. Bears repeating. Sap is not good. He has a Dreadbolt, which doesn't even kill my Venom Fang anymore. Steel Watch Guard. So he finally gets a Spirit Token. And it's actually kind of big now. Unfortunately, he made his Venom Fang... he made his Brood Horror too small. So my Venom Fang just trades with it. He should have, I guess, attacked before he did all that. So my Venom Fang would have died, and then he would have been left with a 9/4. With no Venom Fang in play. So here's what I can do. I think the play is to play a Loyan General in this lane. I'm not sure. I can play a Loyal General here in front of the Spirit, but is that even good? He's at 8. He's at 30. The Spirit's only going to do 8 damage to me. I think what I do is just play this Loyal General, play Matrix Warden aggressively, pump my Loyal General. That way his Brute Horror dies, his Scourge Hydra dies, and he has an 8-8 and still has to deal with my 17-1, which is actually pretty easy. He could block it with his level 2 Death Seeker if he wants. My Loyal General and my Matrix Warden. And actually drew a really good hand with a Loyal General and Matrix Warden in it. So Scrap Force Titan level 1. I guess that's a value block. So this is plus 10 attack from my Matrix Wardens. That's 20, which would be 31 with my unblocked Loyal General. Just double checking, make sure that's correct. Yeah. So this is 10 damage to my General. That's 21 power. This is 10 damage for my General. 31. Attack for 31. He goes to -1. Sweet. That's what, 3-0? It's pretty good. With a kind of mediocre deck. But I guess I got a free win last round, and my opponents have played saps the other rounds, so it is what it is.